Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Words are power, but too many of them spoken too freely can destroy that power just as quickly. A man who controls his tongue, who uses silence as a tool, often speaks louder than the one who constantly talks. This is not just about being mysterious, it's about maintaining leverage, commanding attention, and making others uncomfortable enough to reveal themselves before you've revealed anything at all. Powerful people understand that silence is rarely empty, it's loaded with tension, and in that tension, others unravel. Take Gnaeus Marcius, known to history as Coriolanus, a hero of ancient Rome, revered for his military genius, and a man whose name commanded awe long before his face was familiar. For 17 years he bled for the Republic. His victories became the stuff of legend, but legends thrive in mystery, and Coriolanus broke the code. He opened his mouth. When he sought political office, the people flocked to hear him. He revealed his scars, he spoke his truths, but then he kept speaking. His words dripped with arrogance, insults, and contempt. He revealed too much, not just about policy, but about his soul. The man behind the myth stepped forward, and the crowd saw what they did not want to see: a proud, unfiltered soldier with disdain for the common people. His downfall was not a sword, nor a rival's scheme. It was his own tongue. Rome's hero, with all his victories and bloodshed, was cast out of the very city he protected. History is filled with such reminders. Louis XIV of France built his rule not merely on the strength of his armies or wealth, but on the mystery of his silence. Ministers would debate for days, yet when they brought their cases to the Sun King, he'd only nod, say, "I shall see," and disappear behind palace walls. The decisions came weeks later, often without a word. His courtiers were left guessing, second-guessing, and fearing. This was not laziness, it was control, a masterstroke. By speaking little, Louis said everything. Words betray. They slip through our lips and into the hands of rivals. They create expectations, spark offence, reveal insecurity, and expose weakness. Coriolanus was destroyed not by his enemies, but by the unchecked arrogance of his own speech. Louis, by contrast, became nearly godlike. His silence transformed his every whisper into prophecy. There is a psychological truth here. People are interpretive machines. They crave certainty. They fill in gaps and they obsess over meaning. When you speak little, others rush to interpret your meaning, overanalyze your silence, and attribute brilliance where there may be none. The less you say, the more others project power onto you. The more they talk in your presence, the more they reveal themselves. In their desperation to break your silence, they hand you leverage. This isn't about cold detachment, it's about presence. You say more with your restraint than with your verbosity. A single glance, a single nod, a single unfinished sentence. These become weapons in the hands of the disciplined. Artists have understood this for centuries. Andy Warhol mastered the art of mystique. He was never the loudest in the room. Instead, he gave cryptic answers and forced others to assign value to his vague statements. The less he explained, the more the world chased his meaning. His silence created value. His detachment created demand. But silence is not merely strategic in art and leadership. It can also be the difference between life and death. When the Russian revolutionary Ryleyev mocked the Tsar's executioners after surviving a failed hanging, he couldn't resist the sarcastic quip. It cost him his life. Had he remained silent, he might have walked away, pardoned. But his tongue proved sharper than any rope, and more fatal. There is also danger in saying too much when emotion takes the reins. Anger, sarcasm, arrogance. These are powerful temptations, but they will betray you. A sharp word cannot be unsaid. The pain it causes, the reaction it sparks, will often return to you with greater force. And once spoken, foolishness cannot be recalled, and apologies carry no weight with those who have already drawn their conclusions. A powerful individual knows when to speak and when to remain still. They understand that brevity commands curiosity, that vagueness creates mystery, that less, when carefully chosen, carries more authority than volumes of explanation. You must learn to recognize when you are talking too much. You must feel the power in holding back. Become the quiet one in the room. Let others expose themselves while you remain inscrutable. Use silence as a mirror. In it, your adversaries will see their fears, their flaws, their ambitions, everything but your intent, and that is the greatest power of all. So speak when it is essential. Make your words rare, like a precious gem that cannot be squandered. Let silence do the heavy lifting. Let it unsettle. Let it provoke. Let it protect you. Because when you say less than necessary, you say exactly what's needed, without giving anything away.